Remind us, let's give them something. Okay, this is Animal Paradise. Good morning, everybody. We are here in this farm. This is my friend's place. He has Uda. I think Uda and the Nigerian dwarf sheep. This black one walking is Nigerian dwarf sheep. Yes, Nigerian dwarf sheep. And then the Nigerian dwarf sheep has a lot of varieties. And there are different varieties within the Nigerian dwarf sheep. There are some that are a little bit big. There are some that are a little bit small. There are some that are just dwarfish. And they are dwarfish. So there are different types. But meanwhile, feeding is a major problem in ruminant farming. All these guys now, they are fattening the sheep for salad. But meanwhile, the feeding of the animal is expensive. It's expensive. We know that things are expensive in Nigeria now, but the feed that the people are buying to feed their animals, the price is really getting out of hand. A ruminant feed, I mean, the guys that are doing fish, they were complaining that fish feed is getting high. The people doing poultry are complaining that poultry feed is getting high. Those doing ruminant farming, they are complaining now that ruminant feeds is getting high. Even in this north, in the northern region, is getting high. I've seen it. But we in the south, we have an advantage. We don't buy feed to feed our animals that much. And some people in the south used to buy, but if you prepare just small, you will not buy feed. In the south, even in the rainy season, in the dry season in the south, you still have green grasses for animals to eat. And like in our place, I gotta pause this video, attend to my boy. Okay. Like I was saying, feeding the animals is not, buying their feed is not easy. And then the people producing those feeds, and they are increasing the price now. So even these northerners are not finding it easy to buy those feeds. They are not finding it easy. And then because of that increment of price, two things are going to happen. Remember, when I use the word north, I mean I divide Nigeria into two. From middle to the top is north, from middle to down is south. So even some of those middle belt states, I include them in south as in my explanations. Because of that increment of price, just like what happened in the poultry system, where a lot of people fell out, they were no longer making much profit. I think that thing is getting to happen in these ruminants. Ruminant means cow, sheep, and goat. That's what I mean when I use the word ruminant. The feed is increasing. The output price, two things are going to happen. Either the people farming it are going to fall out, they will stop because they can't buy feed to feed them, or they will be able to buy feed to feed them. They will increase the price so high. And if the price is so high, patronage will be low. Have you seen it? Patronage will be low. And so that is for this northern region. But for we at the south, I think this is an opportunity. That's why most of the times I used to call for most people at the south to increase. And of course, that was leg. He put his leg and I heard his leg. The southerners should increase the number of animals they are having. Cow, goat, sheep, they should increase the numbers because they have an easy way to feed them. There is always feed available in the south. Even in the dry seasons, there are still grasses to graze. There are still green grasses in our south. There is still grasses even in the heart of February. They still have grasses. But the northerners who don't have much grasses, they are the ones farming the animals. It's somewhere like Sokoto. I think they have close to like 8 months of dry season, everywhere dry. They depend on buying feed to feed. Why not chase all of them inside that corner? They depend on buying feed. But the South doesn't buy feed. Are you saying we don't buy feed? Whether sustainable feed or high quality feed, we have them in the South. And then also we have the fertile land for those grasses to grow. Are you seeing it? So I'm calling on the Southerners. Let them increase the number of animals they are having. If the Southerners are able to increase the number of animals they are having, I think after some time there will become an equilibrium. There will become a balance between the way the north rear the quantity of animals being reared at the north and the quantities of animals being reared at the south. There will be a balance, because it will be more profitable, or even it is more profitable for the Southerners to rear animals. I've been doing animal farming for a very long time. After planting the grasses, I'm sure to tell you, feed doesn't cost you anything again. Feed doesn't cost you anything again after planting the grasses. Doesn't cost you anything. But you see this man, this my friend that is having all these sheep. Every month, if you should calculate how much he's spending to buy feed for these animals, it's above 100,000. Above 100,000. I think a bag of Dusa now is expensive. Kowa, Arawa, and all those kind of things that they do, the prices are expensive. But we don't spend so much in our south. We don't spend so much. You just, if you want to do hybrid grasses, you spend money, buy the grasses, you plant the grasses for the next forever. you will not buy grasses again. Sun is reflecting on my face. I'm trying to hide somewhere. For the next forever, you will not spend money to buy grasses again. Are you seeing it? You will just be cutting, making silage, cutting, weeding, saving, storing, anyhow you like it. You will just be keeping it there, and they will be grazing too. These guys, they graze only maybe like 3 months in a year. They graze 3 months in a year, and 9 months of the year they are having a dry season. But we in the south, 8 months of the year we're having rain. By April now, rain have started. Even March, today is April 1st or 2nd, April 2nd. But by March, since last week, rain have started in a place like Edo State where I came from. Rain have started over there. The people are already planting corn, and we planted our grasses already. See this goat. It's a domestic goat. He mistakenly follow us. We went to buy goat from somewhere. Then the vehicle was tight. So we now brought the animals down to rearrange them. He now came to come and meet the goats. All the goats will tie on the ground. He now came to come and join them. We didn't even know. The small boy was saying that it's their goat, it's their goat. Everybody was shouting at him. Later, when we now got here, we now realized that it's not our goats. Even I told them, I was like, when did we actually buy this goat? Because I analyzed every goat I paid for. I took time to check them well. I know I didn't buy this color. So today now we are planning to return him back to the man that owns it. If you watch him, the character is different from all the other goats. And his own character is different. It's different from all those other goats. But I think we'll return him today. We're going to return him today. Yes. We told you. We'll return it too. So, and because we have feed advantage in the south, we must increase the number of ruminants, number of goats, cattle, sheep we are having. People should invest more in Balami, Uda. Thank God for social media. We know they are cultural animals to the Muslims, but when you rear them, you can sell them online. And you want to join them? That's the small boy that assisted me that day. He's always willing to assist. So you can always sell them online. And you can sell them online anywhere you are. In Nigeria, you can't sell your animals online. You don't have to have connection, just advertise them. Call people like us that you have animals to sell. We'll help you post it in public groups. And those are one of the advantages of joining groups. And when you have something to sell, you announce it to the group and it is sold easily. I've never seen somebody advertise goats to sell or advertise animals to sell, cattle, goats, and sheep that lasted more than 5 days. Sometimes in few minutes, people start picking them. So the market is there, but the animals are not there. So let the Southerners increase their herd, the number of animals they're having. They should increase it. We know that in the South there are challenges. There are a lot of challenges we have that the Northerners don't have. But the Northerners, the rearing animals is part of their culture. In the South, rearing animals is a kind of a business or a work. So even when you employ people to workers to work in your farm, they are doing it as a job. But in this North, the people do it as a part of their lifestyle. And then there are many experienced ruminant caretakers in this South, in this North. A lot of people know how to take care of ruminants because they grew up in it. Their forefathers, their great-great-grandfathers, they were in the system. But in the North, a lot of people do, in the South, a lot of people do it nonchalantly. Some do it because of the salary you're paying them. And the love and the passion and the understanding is not there. But quitters never win, and winners do one thing: they never quit. So irrespective of the challenges you're facing in your ruminant farming in the South, continue. Don't relent. Don't be discouraged. I feel bad when I see a lot of people selling their farms because they've invested millions and then workers do one thing, family do another thing, disease do something. It's painful. It's painful. It's painful. You know. I think there is a video of a young man I made. One man I made his video in his farm. Since January till now, that guy has lost over 40 goats. The young man, I think he was 23 years old. Man that I made this video one time. He has lost over 40 goats. Even yesterday, 2 died. Though most of the reasons why those goats died were carelessness on his part and carelessness on his workers' part. And those goats were acting like they don't want to go and sleep in the pen. So they not just left them outside. They not left them to be sleeping outside. And the place is a bush. There are no houses. It's just farm area where he bought his land. And then cold is there. Cold now entered the body of those animals, and then they now begin to lose some of them. Then later I now told him to chase them in, lock them inside their pen, and then give them fire. They're complete now?
Yes, it's mainly this one.
Okay. So what do we do now? You want to feed them, Abi?
Huh?
You want to feed them?
See this one.
The one inside will gather. Give them feed before I can come and look at them. So, that was a mistake on his part, you know. So he lost some numbers, but there is always profit in ruminant farming. The ones remaining will give birth to replace the ones that are dead once you put everything right. Most of those that Uda, that big Uda there, I look at it very well to check if he's a male. He look pregnant, but he's a male, you know. The Southerners should get all these animals down to the south. To feed them is very easy for us down there. And sometimes me who come from the south is very, very difficult for me to be spending money on feed. And as we are in the south here, and I'm collating those goats, I'm picking them from 1 or 2 places. I'm collating them there. But to buy feed to feed them, and the thing they pay me. Because I'm not used to. I'm not used to at all. Every time we come to this north, the part that is difficult for me is the buying feed to feed those animals. Because in our place we have a lot of animals. They go out, they go and eat inside the feed and come back. I can't imagine me spending money to buy feed. Even where we used to pick cassava peas one time, one guy was trying to be smart. He said we should pay him before we carry the cassava peel. And I said, okay, I'll give you 500 naira. Because even though you don't do anything for me, you ask me to give you money, I'll give you. He said, no, that I should bring 1,000. I said, okay, you leave the cassava peel, me, I'm going. I'm going. After a few days, the thing will turn dirty for them. Because you're not going to have anything to do with it. You know, so even to pay for that cassava peels, I didn't feel like paying for it because it's everywhere. In the south, it's a waste, and the waste is everywhere. It's actually everywhere. You go to those villages, some people will even be happy when they're peeling it in their compound. They are peeling it in their compound. You come to pick it, they will be very happy because you are saving them the stress of sweeping that place. You're saving them that stress. I think so. Buying feed is easy in the south, but we need a high number of animals. We need a high number. The southerners should begin to increase their number. Every time I used to say it, increase the number. It is the increased number that is a kind of advantage you have. Because the time you will use to wait for 20 goats, it is the same time you will use to wait for 100 goats. And so increase the number. We know that the challenges we are having in the south, in the north, they are not having it. We have a major problem of PPRO in the south. In this north, because their sun is hot, PPRO is not a major problem. But through vaccinated animals, we can bypass that problem. And we can bypass that problem. If you get vaccinated animals, I'm not saying that vaccinated animals will not be sick. They will be sick. But if you treat them 1 or 2 times, you will see positive results. They will just be okay. And you will not lose anyone. If you have 100 vaccinated animals, even though stress and cold attack them, if you act fast, you won't lose anyone. Can you see? But if you have non-vaccinated ones, irrespective of how fast you act, you will still lose 1 or 2 from it. You still lose 1 or 2. Can you see it? And then in the south, we also have the problem of fake drugs and fake vaccines. But in this north, most of them don't vaccinate the animals. All these people who rear. This my friend, I think he was telling me yesterday that he didn't vaccinate all these animals because they are going to use them for what's the big sallah? Yeah, big sallah. They have small sallah, they have some big sallah. That they want to use them for big sallah. So they are more or less like slaughter animals. But I still told him that he should vaccinate them because me, I like vaccinating animals. Whether you want to eat it in 1 day or keep it for 2 years, I think you should just vaccinate them to keep them safe. Because a disease can come in, though the disease doesn't really worry them. It doesn't worry them. Or maybe it doesn't allow non-vaccinated animals inside this compound. It doesn't allow. My own animals, they are vaccinated, so it knows that they are safe. They will not bring disease in. But any kind of ruminants you're doing, vaccinate them. It will keep them safe. Vaccinate them. So that's that. Let the southerners increase the number of animals they are having. Some of these guys are doing balami. Although there's no balami in this farm, they are doing uda and the dwarf sheep. The dwarf sheep has varieties. There are some that are dwarf. They are really very small. There are some that are a little bit bigger. Okay, yeah, I think the dwarf sheep. Any problem? Okay, the dwarf sheep. I think there is the dwarf sheep. There is the Yankasa. Yes, the Yankasa is a little bit bigger in size than the dwarf. What are they doing?
I want to carry cement.
Okay, they are walking. Okay, the Yankasa is a little bit bigger than the normal dwarf. But anyhow, let the southerners increase the number of animals they are having. Don't be discouraged. Death is part of the system. Your animals may die. Continue. Sometimes we who are talking today, we have lost a high number of animals. What is that? What those guys are fighting? We have lost a high number of animals to different things. Sometimes I say for every knowledge that we share, it is an animal that died for it. All those things you see us talk about, cover up your pen, to seal it up from down to up. do this, do that, do that. Sometimes some more than 10 animals died for that knowledge. Have you seen it? Vaccinate your animals. There was a particular time I lost over 68 animals. 68 in number to PPR. 68 goats. But I'm still here. The numbers are still increasing every day. We correct the mistakes we made. That's why you see me. I'm very, very against non-vaccinated animals. I'm very, very against it. If you give me for 10,000, I will not buy. I will not buy. I think somebody was sharing with me that day that because of my knowledge in it, I should buy them, quarantine them, vaccinate them, do this. And I say, okay. His own animals, he has outbreak. He had a PPRO outbreak in his farm. So I went there to go and help him troubleshoot them. And then all of them were okay. He lost at least one. That one died before I came. When I treated them, they were all okay. And then he's now saying that instead of me going far to go get vaccinated goat, why don't we just get those normal goats in our Edo region there and then vaccinate them, since I know how to do it. I was looking at him, he didn't know where I'm coming from. He didn't know where I'm coming from. He just felt because we gave his own goat injection and then they are all okay. He didn't know how many goats we lost before we knew how to treat that his goat to make sure that they are okay. He didn't know the experience that we have. I seen it. Sometimes you don't follow the prescription on the drugs. It will take you time to learn that you don't follow the way the producer of the drugs told you to use them for you to get the result. And sometimes you even lose animals. You'll be using the drugs, they'll not be giving. It's going out. Hey, this goat is going out. Hey! He wants to go home. He's missing his people. We're going to take him home today. I'm going to take him home today. His character is very, very different. Yes. Have you given the goat food?
Yes, they find them out to give them.
Give them food so that I can observe each of them and see their condition today. You know, sometimes, like I always say, do what is right. Don't take shortcuts. Don't take any shortcuts. Shortcut is not short at the end. It's very expensive. Do what is right. I've seen it. Get animals that are vaccinated. Look for farms. Buy animals from farms. Animals that have been stabilized, they are looking well. Buy those ones. Don't go and buy all those ones that animals that they carry from anywhere. When your animals start dying, you will be discouraged. If not that you have enough passion for the system, you'll be discouraged. Are you seeing it? But if you get vaccinated animals, some of them are multiple vaccinated. And I think I talked about that. Mono vaccinated is different from multiple vaccinated. If you get animals today, you quarantine them, you vaccinate them. That is not a guarantee that they will not have issues. And they will still have issues in the next rainy season. They will still have issues. But if you get multiple vaccinated animals that have been vaccinated over time, like 2-3 times more, and you see that they are more, the vaccine sits in their body more than the new ones. Are you seeing it? Even some vaccines will tell you that if you give the first time, you have to boost it 4 weeks to 6 weeks after, because they know that it just have to sit in their body. They have to sit. So anyhow, I just wanted to share that feeding animals in the south is expensive, and in the north is expensive. It's getting expensive every day, and the people are now rationing their feed. That rationing will affect the fattening program that they always do in the north. I see me, but we in the south can take an advantage of that because our feed is free. It's more or less free, apart from the money used in buying the seed the first time you plant it. The animals will have forever and ever nutritious, high quality, high nutrition grass to feed on or to graze on. Are you seeing it? Instead of scavenging to eat. You see, this guy has a plan. He wants to go back to his home. He's not behaving like all the other goats. He's traumatized, he's stressed out, he's disturbed. He's just like, where am I? Is that his domestic character, how that used to go close to human being, that make us carry him? Imagine a Nigerian dwarf, we're able to just stretch our hand and hold him. An average dwarf, you will chase him around the whole area. And then if we get him there today, we're going to tell the owner to remove the rope. Domestic goats, you don't put rope in their neck. All those goats in the village, you don't put rope in their neck. If it wasn't having rope that day, we wouldn't have carried it. We would have known that it's not our goat, but he was having rope in his neck. We felt maybe just as we tie him down, he cut. It was later we were able to reason that maybe it's not our own. But we finally got here and realized it was not our own. And meanwhile, we scheduled today to go to that place and return it today. So I want to go and analyze my goats. Every morning I used to analyze them. I'll check them to see how they are doing. Are they eating? Like I told them today now that they should increase the feed. I've called them in the morning since they should increase the feed. Some of them are not as healthy as I want them to be. So I'm going to go and check them. After checking them, I'll go and return this human goat. I'll return him. It's a goat, it's behaving like a human being. So this is Animal Paradise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Animal Paradise Farm. Like our page on Facebook, Animal Paradise Farm, and then join our WhatsApp group. We have paid group, we have free group. Join the free group. It's good to be a part of a goat community. You see other people discussing the matter. You see other people sharing knowledge on how other people should take care of the animals. You'll be learning one or two things. I seen it. And when you have problems, you have a group of people to ask questions. I seen it. If you can't join the paid group, join the free group. And the free group is there. You can join. It doesn't cost anything to join. Just signify and they will add it to it. Meanwhile, the paid group have services. There are services in the paid group. So this is Animal Paradise. Thank you for watching our videos. Bye bye.